Hi everyone, so here are the top stocks that you guys requested via social media. What's happening to oil stocks? Why are they moving up? And what's happening to stocks that are heavily affected by oil? Something happened last week that's causing all of this movement. Check this video out. Hi everyone, this is Marvin Germo and I make daily videos on the stock market with one goal: to teach you, to educate you that the stock market is not as hard as what most people think it is, that you can trade the markets with confidence, that it can be done, that you can trade regardless if you're a businessman, you're a lawyer, you're a doctor, you're a teacher, you're an OFW, that it's not as hard, that you can trade it with confidence. So if you're new to this channel, subscribe, smash that bell so you get updated every time I create new content. Comment below if there's things that you would like to learn more about the stock market, and wait until the end of the video so you see who our subscriber of the day is. So enjoy the video. Hey guys, so before I show you the charts and before we go in depth on some of the stocks that you guys requested, I just want to tell you that there was a lot of news that happened over the weekend, especially in Saudi, that drones bombed a large portion of the refineries that created, produced, and extracted oil. What does this do, and what's the general impact of this? Of course, it's all about supply and demand. If you see those things happen, and if you see the narrative start to shift, why? If oil, the dependence of oil or the usage of oil or the supply of oil gets tapered down, gets lessened, it creates a push on oil prices. It creates a push on the global demand and prices of oil as well. So if you see oil prices go up over the next few days, if you see it happen over the next few weeks, that we see it push up higher, and you also see why oil companies are also pushing up in price, it's primarily because of that. And if you see inflation go up, and if you see airline prices, Cebu Pacific, their stock prices go down, it's people anticipating the effects of high oil prices. So if there's anything that you like throughout the video, comment the stock below, comment buy, comment the stock that encourages you the most, that will cause you to buy and sell the stock as well. So enjoy. Hey guys, so we're up again for another stocks by request session using the format that you guys requested. So comment below guys if you're liking this new format, because I'm gonna do more and more and more and more and more and more of this, as this is what you want. Because at the end of the day, the goal of this video is to provide as much free content for all of you guys, because the heart and the goal of why I keep doing videos like this is just really, I just want to change the narrative that more and more Filipinos deserve to really have a better life. And I really believe that the stock market is one of the best ways for you to be able to do it, and you get to trade the markets using technical analysis, because everything you need to know is found in the charts. Everything you need to know is found on what the charts are telling us, and technical analysis allows you to do that as well. So a lot of things happened over the past weekend, especially with what happened in the Middle East. That there was something that happened in Saudi. A lot of the production will somehow be tapered down because of the drone strike that happened there, which will heavily impact the global prices of oil. You have to remember, despite a lot of the things that have been happening towards renewable energy, oil is still a large part of how we do our daily lives, how everyone transacts, and how business gets done. So if oil moves up, everything gets affected. You have to remember, one of the reasons why inflation also was high last year was pretty much because oil was relatively higher than where we are today. That being said, let's go with the stocks. I'm going to talk about Shell, I'm going to talk about Petron, I'm going to talk about Phoenix, because they're pretty much connected to how oil is. I want to talk about also Cebu Pacific, because as you all know, airlines heavily get beaten down when oil is up, because 50% of the cost of airline companies is fuel and oil. Then I could put PAL to the mix, then probably ICT. Then I'll end everything also with maybe 7-Eleven, because 7-Eleven also is connected to consumption, and we are a consumption-driven economy. Should inflation go higher, let's see how people are thinking on how it affects how sentiment is as of today.
And lastly, I also want to talk about the PSEI, because the PSEI is the barometer of where the market is as a whole. It's a general snapshot. And for those who've been following my videos, as you all know, what happens in the PSEI, that's how most of the large cap companies are as well. So as you can see, as of this point in time, the PSEI still moving sideways, pretty much predictable, pretty much sideways. You have the resistance at 8,100. Let me try to zoom in here. So as you can see, as of this point in time, the market is still sideways. But as you can see, it's now trying to break past the 8,100 level. You also have the 50-day moving average trying to push and trying to prevent and block the market from going higher. So I really believe this. If we break out from the 8-1 level, the possible shot, the possible narrative will bring the market to have a shot to at least attack the 8,367, 65 level, where there's a resistance as of this point in time. So currently, MACD is still not bullish. MACD still needs to go above zero, but you're still seeing a change in direction that we're seeing here. For those who attended Stock Smarts, no? So natutuwa ako, based on Stock Smarts Manila, a lot of the people have been watching YouTube. And after attending Stock Smarts Manila, it now gave them at least clarity on what the charts are. So the cross up in MACD here confirms this bounce from the support level, and that bounce also from the 200-day moving average. So what I tell people also is that you can confirm movements from the chart, also from the chart as well. Do not look at news, do not speculate, do not ask your friend. Let the chart confirm the chart. So as of this point in time, the PSEI is at the same places where we were last week. We're still sideways. We have to break out from the 8-1 channel. We have to break out from the 50-day moving average. MACD, it would be nice to see MACD go above zero also, so we at least have more bullish confirmations on the stock. Now let's look at Petron. Petron, as of this point in time, whoa, as you can see this, no, from a trend perspective, the stock is still heavily in a downtrend. As you can see here, even if I try to zoom in, after the breakdown from this support level, there was a support at the 8.5 level. After that breakdown, the downtrend still progressed even further. It's also confirmed from the 100-day moving average that the stock still pretty much is bearish. It must break out of this moving averages for it to have at least a shot and a semblance of it pushing higher. Now, zooming in, as you can see, the stock jumped already. It opened at 5.5 based on the news, had an intraday high of 5.65, then closed lower. What blocked it was the 50-day moving average. You have to remember this. Moving averages and the trends are much stronger than intraday movements. Moving averages and trends are much stronger also than what the news and sentiment can tell us. And look at this. I tried to draw a sideways range that started last August. The stock would have broke out sana today, but it closed much lower here. So here's my narrative here. If PCOR does not go back from the 5.4 level, there's a possibility that it could go back here and rest at the 20-day moving average. However, if the 20-day moving average does not hold, it could go back to the 5 peso level and then just hover and just move sideways once again. However, should it go back and go above the 5.4 level, possible narrative for it that it could possibly trade is you can expect it to move around the 5.6 level for the short term. Now, if it breaks out from the 5.4 level tomorrow again, possible movement, it will try to challenge this, and it will try also to break out from the 5.6 5.7 level. As you all know, that level right now is something that we need to watch out for, because that's where also the downtrend line is. If it breaks past the 5.7 5.6 5.7 level, we now have a shot that it's breaking past a resistance that blocked it since May 2019, and it's also showing us that it's showing some signs of life that the downtrend that started September 2018 may be nearing its end. Either we start consolidating massively that the downtrend is over and then we just see it move sideways, or it's up for a full reversal. Now, Pilipinas Shell, same thing. Let me just pull up MACD and then all of the moving averages also. If you notice, yung progression nila is almost the same. Petron is in a downtrend. Shell is also in a massive downtrend. Now, looking at it from a short-term level, the resistance as of today is still at 36.9 pesos per share. The jump in price made Shell just continue its upward movement. This illustration I placed in Stock Smarts Manila last last weekend that Shell broke out from this 20-day moving average and will now try to attack this, which is also where the 50-day moving average is as well. You can expect that as Shell tries to go near 36.8, 36.9, should selling happen, a retracement downward could possibly happen, and then it could form a base here, which is where the 20-day moving average is. If it forms a base here, you can expect Shell to just somehow at least have a semblance of consolidating in these levels. If it breaks out from this, you can expect Shell to attack and go to the 39.2 level, which is where the resistance is. However, if it fails to hold the 33.9 level, you may expect Shell to retrace back to the 31.25 level. Through it all, Shell is really still on a downtrend. Shell is still bearish. Most of the moving averages short, mid, and long term, with the exception of the 20-day moving average, is still bearish. MACD is still showing that it's bearish. So, whole context for Shell from a position trading standpoint, you are a position trader. Avoid the stock as of this point in time. There's no reversal yet. You are a quick trader. Watch out for the levels that I've mentioned. 36.9 is a level for you to watch out for as of this point in time. Now, let's look at Phoenix Petroleum naman. So, Phoenix has been moving different as compared to Shell and Petron, who has been pretty much in a downtrend. Phoenix in general, for those who attended Stock Smarts, you know that this is pretty much a sideways trending market with a main support at 10 and a resistance at 12.65. So, your main narrative here is if it bounces off 10, buy. Target price is 12.6. For those trading shorter durations, you can peg another resistance at 11.3 level. So, shorter resistance is at 11.3, the longer one is at 12.6 pesos per share, but generally the stock is sideways. As you can see, even the 200-day moving average is generally flat, not showing us any movement or any push upward as well. So as you see, the technique is regardless of the news, you don't analyze and buy stocks based on the news. You analyze everything based on what the charts are telling you as well. So that's the goal. That's the style of this. Base everything on what the charts are telling you. Base everything on what the technicals are telling you as well. No need to speculate. No need to follow hype or news because everything you need to know is found on the charts. Next, let's look at Cebu Pacific. Cebu Pacific is one of the most affected also. If you notice it, I'll try to put the moving averages on also so you have at least full context of what the MAs are saying and what the MACD is also saying. If you look at it as well, the MACD is still above zero, but it's already showing a change in direction upward. Putting the trend line here, this is how amazing technicals is. The stock opened here, hit an intraday low of this, but the intraday low got protected and got blocked by the uptrend. Please remember this. The uptrend is very, very, very strong. Trend lines are stronger, are much, 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 much stronger than just specific candlestick movements. And to add that also, you also have the support from the 89.6 level protecting it as well. So possible sideways movement right now for this, now if it stays in this projection, is there's a possibility that it stays above 89.7. If it does, possible move will just make it move here and will make it start to consolidate. But if it does not hold this level, possible movement down will bring it to the 80.7 level where there is a current support. So possible narrative in the next few days, it bounces from 89.7, it could range to around 97, but if 89.7 does not hold, it could possibly drop to 81. Please remember this as well. This one pretty much predicated this. That's why it started to fall down as well. Let's see if it stays above zero. If it stays above zero, there might be a shot still that correction might be lesser, but if the 89.6, 89.7 level does not hold, you could expect it to, I don't know, proceed and move at a lower level still. Now, let's look at PAL. PAL, let me zoom out the chart so you have greater context. If you look at it here, this is the main range. No, three moving averages, 200, 150 are all bearish. Even the 20-day moving average is still bearish as well. Why? It opened here, closed much, much lower than the 20-day moving average. So possible context for this, if selling continues to happen, PAL could drop and retrace back to the 8 peso level as well. So now, that being said, should selling continue to happen, but PAL bounces, possible movement it will bring it to 8.25, then next to 8.6, possible resistance there, but the largest resistance right now is at the 9 peso level. Zooming out, if it does not hold the 8 peso level, possible landing spot, possible area for PAL to drop is at the 7.4 peso level for the short term. Next, let's look at ICT. ICT, I think I made a video on this already, but just so you know also, and just so you have complete context here, there's a very, very strong support at 120. The resistance still is at the 147, 148 level. You could peg that there. So if you notice it also, you're seeing ICT start to make its own sideways move here. This is the entire sideways channel for ICT. One thing that's going for it though here is that it started to break past these three moving averages with a very, very, very large candle, and you also have MACD also showing it that there's more bullish momentum for the stock. Now, the narrative now is this: if the buying continues to happen, possible move will bring the stock up to around 147, 148 pesos per share, which just follows the possible sideways movement. So another thing you need to remember around 148, please don't be please when stocks don't go higher, please remember it's normal, it's part of the game, because the stock is just at the resistance. If it fails to break that resistance, possible narrative again will just make it correct where the next support is at the 119 level. So ganun lang siya, paulit-ulit lang siya. And that's what I like about sideways markets. I love sideways markets because it allows you to trade the markets predictively. So for those who bought at the 119 level, congratulations. You're supposed to have at least a 24% profit for your trades. And I like to see you guys win, and I like to see you guys just slay it and crush the markets and make as much as you can as possible, because that's how it is. The market is not about who's right or wrong. The market is about how profitable can you be regardless of what scenario is there. And for us, the best way for you to be able to do that is via technical analysis. Now, for 7-Eleven, this short-term upward movement, as you can see, the line that I placed got broken here. After it getting broken, you now see a very, very small sideways trending market. It's quite small because the resistance is at 145. The support is at 134. It's a 8% channel. It's respectable, but the way it goes is, since 7-Eleven is not as liquid, technicals also may not be as effective. You know my style. I like stocks with relatively stronger volumes. However, should this progress and should it hit 134.5, that's a support level that was there since the start of August, and should it bounce, it could be a buy signal for you guys, and then set your target price at 145. That's where you could take profits as long as a sideways trend will specifically hold. Comment below if you want me to analyze more stocks. Comment below if you guys have any more suggestions on stocks that you want me to analyze that are not part of this current video. I'll try to include it as a vote for the next stocks by request session, so that you guys have a greater context also on what's happening in the stock, because at the end of the day, that's how it is. This channel is dedicated to help you win, slay it, and use the market so you get to trade with confidence. Just one more. Sige, let's give you another stock. Just I don't know what we can talk about. Oh, okay. Let's talk about Meg. Since Meg was pretty much battered also, no. Let's try to update you where is it going right now. As you notice it also, I'm just using support and resistance here because my normal default is I just draw support and resistance, and then if I need more evidence of or at least more conviction on how I'm supposed to analyze a stock, that's when I add moving averages, that's when I add MACD and other indicators as well. So Mega World is at the resistance right now, so should it go down in the next few days, it's acceptable because it's at the resistance, and this will be the range that it would trend. But if tomorrow it breaks out, then it has a shot again to go to the 5.8 level. This represents a 10.2% trade for the stock. That's what technical analysis is. No guessing, no taking chances, no forecasting, no speculation, because everything you need to know is found in the charts. Everything you need to know is found on what the charts are telling us as well. So should it break out from 5.7, it now has a shot to go back to 6.5 pesos per share.
So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys love the stocks that we've talked about. If there's anything that helped validate your information, your narrative, your style, I hope it encouraged you to actually execute. The reason why I make these videos is so that it's not really stock picks. I hope that every time I place those stocks in my charting software, you guys are checking it with me, you guys are analyzing it, you guys are back testing it in your own house, in your own office, wherever you are, that it serves as a reference point that, hey, if Marvin is doing it that way, I can also do it that way. But never, 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 never buy it just because I say it. It has to come to a point that you are buying it because your analysis, your data, your strategy aligns with it as well. So, are there any stocks that you like? I hope to hear from it. Stay till the end, by the way, so that you see who our subscriber of the day is. I don't know if you noticed it, but I've been putting it at the back end of every video that I'm placing who our subscriber of the day is as well. So, just to end this, if you want to join us for seminars, I'll be in Manila till this September. Then, this October, I will be in Qatar and Cebu. Then, I will end everything up in Singapore this November. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this video adds so much value to you that the stock market helps you reach your goals of financial freedom. So this is Marvin Germo on a very, 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 very rainy Monday afternoon. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, guys. Look at the fog at the back. God bless you and goodbye.